Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another Optc video, and in today's video, it's day 3 of Grand Party Season 5, and in today's video, we're testing this cute little son of a bitch, Kid Luffy, and the Psy Strength Fighter teams. As for Grand Party, it has been a bit of a roller coaster for most people. They've kind of taken away the cheese strat with the 3-3-1 or the 1-1-3 and all of those shenanigans, but if you guys like those big old teams, you've come to the right place. You guys know how I like to rock with GP. You guys know that I like to use as many characters as we possibly can, and we like to use the biggest teams that we can possibly build. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff, belt the like button for me. If you're new to the channel, you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. If you want to be like these beautiful people over here, all these beautiful sons of bitches, hit the bell notification so you guys can get notified when we stream. Because on day 1 of Grand Party, we basically test out so much stuff, and then I make sure to stream the rest of Grand Party for the rest of the days. If you guys want to get to the early access content and see like all the behind the scenes stuff, make sure to come hit the bell notification, join the streams. Like I said, today we are going to use Kid Luffy, and for the Kid Luffy team, we are going to be going up against this versus Yamato first. I did seem to find this versus Yamato team, and it does seem fairly beatable, to be honest. The rest of the teams, we're like, once you sort of get to like 6 to 9 wins, you kind of just take what you can get. You don't want to like run the gauntlet too much. But sort of testing out these characters is kind of free as well. So we have a Dex team first, we have a Free Spirit team second, and then we have a Quick team third. Now, if you guys can see down the bottom there, we are rocking a Dex team, so going up against Quick should be a pretty easy cakewalk. And the Psy team at the moment just goes absolutely ballistic. Like, Psy Free Spirits just go absolute nutso. Mainly because they get so much cooldown. Being boosted by Luffy being Psy, and then being a, what's it called? Is it Free Spirit that have the rule? No, shooters have the rule. Well, they get cooldowns from Luffy, basically. So Luffy just gives them a super buff, and they can move very, very quickly. A big thing that I do like about this Kid Luffy, just like the new Ace, is getting Luffy's burst is actually very, very easy to do. All you have to do is deal a certain amount of damage, and then you actually just get access to the burst, which is very, very nice. I'm not sure exactly what the number is. I think it's like 60k. Might be more, to be honest. But after you do that amount of damage, you then can activate his special, which will give 50% cooldowns. Yeah. Is it 50%? Yeah. 3 low attack teammates for 50% cooldowns, and then he gives level 10 attack down to 3 high attack enemies. So very, very powerful stuff. Unfortunately, our Yamato just kind of whiffed there. Didn't hit the right units. However, Odin is now going to come in. Odin and Yamato going last, kind of sucky, but now we have actually taken out Queen, which means the revive is gone. The Zoro in the back is kind of scary, especially at the back end of the fight. He's going to start hitting very hard. This kid's going to give some good defense to the enemy, but like at this particular point, I'm actually not all that worried. There's no Dofi on this Dex team. If I see a Dex team and there's no Dofi, you bet your ass your man's churn. Dofi is like my most loved and most hated PvP unit to go up against, and then obviously love to use as well. So very, very awesome stuff. Oh, Yamato's going to hit fairly hard here. Okay, we're going to pop this now because I want to start lowering their attack just in case that Sober Master and that Luffy goes. They should be the highest attack, and then giving the cooldown just like that is going to be very, very beneficial. Plus, all the damage that we are going to do with these specials is going to directly go into the next burst, which is going to be very, very powerful. So, this is going to hurt. Okay, we lose Rebecca Toy Soldier. Rebecca Toy Soldier are a very interesting character at the moment, especially on like Ace teams, for example. They're getting an absolute monstrous super buff from Ace. Oh, we just missed out on the Odin special there. Not that it really mattered too much, but we just missed out. Like, just missed out. So, there we go. Psy team getting it done. The Psy team works pretty well under Luffy, but it isn't like the be-all or end-all. Because Luffy does boost fighter characters, and there are no fighters on that particular team. With the rule set as well, Psy are getting a level 6 HP nerf as well. It kind of hinders them a bit. And if you compare Ace to Luffy, the Luffy just falls completely short. But Ace is getting a lot of help from the rules, with shooters being boosted, Ace being a shooter himself. He goes on his shooter team, whilst his GP ability boosts Free Spirit. So you can do some much, much nicer stuff with Ace compared to what you can do with Luffy. But Luffy is no slouch. Like, Luffy's definitely no slouch because he has access to a very, very good fighter team. This fighter team right here is very Psy strength centric, and Luffy's not only boosting the colors of these characters, but also boosting the classes. The downside to Luffy as well is when you have your leader on the team, you actually get a defensive buff to shooters, which is great, but there are no shooters on this particular team, so that's kind of a little bit annoying. Oh, this should do bits. Yeah, that did damage. Losing King there is a little bit of a bummer, but it's fine. Yeah, but not being able to get the buff from the captain being on the team is kind of a little bit of a hindrance, but not many teams that are going around are getting that, unless you are rocking a shooter team or you are rocking a shooter-centric team, like we did with Ace and like we did with Red Rock Luffy. So this fight is pretty much a wrap, actually. So I'm actually going to pop this. We are going to take some damage there from Ace Yamato. I'm actually going to pop this special. I wanted to use it before Ace Yamato, so that way we would have taken less damage, because Ace Yamato 100% would have got nerfed there. Level 10 attack down is nothing, like nothing to scoff at, but this fight is definitely a wrap. We're just going to do a quick fast forward here. We're going to let Ulti finish it off, and we're going to move on to the second rounds of the fights. Fighters, man. Fighters are just so underrated. Fighters and shooters, man. They're going crazy. Alright, so the next fight, we're doing a bit of a Kid Luffy versus Wano Luffy. So, the young kid himself taking on the present Yonko that is Super Tandem Luffy. And as you can see, they're running a quick team as their first fight. Honestly, most people should run Dex because so many people are running Quick at the moment. Quick are getting absolutely monster boosted with the Rumble rules and the GP rules. So most people are building out a Quick team. So I would highly recommend sticking a Dex team on your comps. And that way you should be able to get some cheeky little wins there. What we're going to do is we're going to use our Dex team to just secure an easy win on Quick there. And then we're going to use our Psy team on the Dex team. The reason I'm going to do that is because I believe they have a Psy team in the back. And Psy is going to have Wano Law. So, Wano Law can be a bit scary. He's going to nerf our powerhouse characters on our Luffy team. But running Psy versus Psy is just it's a 50-50 every time. So, I'd rather take the risk against Wano Law and take the CT cooldown than actually go against Psy versus Psy. But if it's not a Psy team, then we're basically cooking with gas. As I mentioned, this should be a pretty easy wrap. With Dalton and Cat Viper, like, Quick shouldn't stand a chance. Cat Viper's a big up on the team because he's a fighter as well. Luffy, Lucci, and Cat Viper are getting buffed on this team. And the reason that I sort of just have this team is because decks are just so reliable across the board. Even if they aren't getting a lot of buffs from your leader or from the rule set. They're just so freaking good. But we do have a little bit of rule set here. And there is so many quick teams running around at the moment that I just feel like running decks is just a no-brainer for this particular season. It's just an absolute no-brainer because Quick are getting so much, like so many buffs. As you can see, they do so much freaking damage, man. That is so much damage. I would love to see them use their burst here. Pell just goes sicko mode. Pell just went crazy and just took out half their team. Pell's just insane. As I was saying in the day one video, I do believe the AI has two different modes when it comes to using the burst. They have panic mode when they know they're losing and they just have to do it to try and change the game. 2, there's strategic mode when they do believe that they can use it in a winning situation, or if they've had it for a certain period of time and they've just hung on to it for too long, the AI kind of just goes, nah, screw this, get rid of it, so we'll start building up the second one. So I really hope that they're going to pop it at the back end of this fight, and hopefully we can trigger the third one. So I think we're going to probably kill too quickly. And if that is the case, the AI will go into panic mode and they'll definitely drop it frame 1 of the next fight. Luffy's burst isn't that crazy though, but if he uses it now, it literally does nothing for his team. Like, absolutely nothing. So, unfortunately, I don't think he's going to use it unless he just does some weird stuff. Like, unless he just goes into weirdo mode. Yeah, no, Pell's going to wrap this up. Alright, thanks, Pell. Thanks for coming. Alright, well, AI is going to go into absolute panic mode right now. They're going to pop their special frame 1, and some of their characters are going to get some cooldowns, which is going to be a little bit of a struggle because our Psy team is going to get hit very, very hard. So, it is what it is. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to pop our burst straight off the bat as well, because once they start using their specials, we can lower their attack by level 10. Ideally, I would love to see Dofi get the cooldowns. Dofi getting the cooldowns would be like a really good situation for us. There it is right there, popping it frame 1. Panic mode activated. Odin's going to tank that shot. We're going to pop ours now. We're going to give the CT speed to Yamato, which is awesome. Kuzan as well, and Rebecca Toy Soldier. Rebecca Toy Soldier already have their special. Imagine if they popped that on the first 10 seconds. It would have been wild. Lucci getting the cooldowns was not good. Yamato as well. Not great. Not great at all. So we're going to take quite a bit of damage right off the bat. However, we have our Yamato special. We have our Kuzan special ready too. Kuzan's going to do 4,000 fixed damage to everyone in the vicinity, which is crazy. Rebecca Toy Soldier's going to lower a lot of stats here as well. Lower that defense. Pell's going to get pumped there as well. Alright, Yamato, I would love for you to kill 2 units here. Okay, killing Pell's massive. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Taking out Pell is very, very handy. I did Dalton. Who runs Dalton? Why are you running Dalton in the back? My days. These people just don't seem to know exactly what they're doing when it comes to, like, PvP team building. I understand these units are better than the other units off the bench, but they're so good in the front. Okay, we'll cop a double. Man, when you're in a fight and you cop 2 GP bursts and you're still in a really good spot, it's always a good feeling. However, GP bursts can change the game. Dofi did get cooldowns there, actually, I'm pretty sure. Luffy is going to give 100% cooldowns to someone as well, though. So, I would love for... No, okay. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's annoying. Lucci's going to get hit hard. Yeah, okay. This is not good. Because Dofi's going to go, right? Dofi's going to kill Yamato. Yeah. And now when Luffy goes, right? I was going to use my other burst, but I thought it was probably a dead fight. When Luffy goes, he's going to give cooldowns to someone else, and then we're just going to die. And I bet your ass that I've been talking this whole time about Doflamingo, and Doflamingo's going to be the one that gets the cooldowns. If we can keep... oh, that was a lot of damage, Luffy. I would say if we can keep Odin alive, but Odin's just absolutely whiffed there, so it doesn't even matter. Who got the cooldown? Silvermask got the cooldown. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. We're just going to move on. Look, we copped 2 GP bursts there. Unfortunately, taking 2 GP bursts usually means you're going to lose. It usually means you're going to lose. The upside now is we have our leader, and we are rocking our fighter team. Okay, strength? Is that strength? Strength. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. See a strength team on a Super Tandem Luffy fight. Wouldn't have picked that. Wouldn't have picked that at all. We're going to hang on to our burst because I want to use the level 10 attack down for when they get closer to their specials. Jack, doesn't matter where Jack's going to go. Ace is being super boosted, so we are going to pop this right now. Get that level 10 attack down. Ace, Jack cops it too, which is... Oh, King. King off the bat. That is some big damage by King early. Like, that is some big damage. They have King in the front too, which is kind of scary. Ace is getting super boosted, so Ace is going to do quite good damage. Oh no. Kill King, please. Okay, nice. I see Otama come in, and I don't like it. Please kill Otama. Ulti. Thank you, thank you. Alright, we're in good stead now. That's GG. Yeah, Odin and... Yeah, it's strange looking strength team. But the Luffy burst can be very, very powerful. Getting that CT for the right units on the team drastically helps. And when you have those big-ass nukers doing some crazy things like you guys saw there, like, you're going to be in for a fun time. So, getting a second dub. Unfortunately, we did lose that second match. But look, when you take 2 Luffy bursts on the only team that it can be used on, you're pretty much in for an L. Let's go to the final fight. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Mr. Snuffy. Shout out to Snuffy in chat right now. One of my Alliance members. Very, very good guy. Shout out to you, my friend. We're going to take you on today. We're gonna fight you. Rocking Red Rock Luffy. And Snuffy, no, I do not want you to tell me what the last one is. We're gonna rock it. We're gonna rock it with Kid Luffy against Red Rock Luffy. Another Wano rendition of the Kid Luffy build. So we're gonna take it on. They do have a quick team in the front lines. Not scared of that at all. What I am scared of is that strength team right there. Luffy can give haste. Getting haste is quite scary, but the haste isn't going to be a problem if they don't have their specials. So, we are going to go in with fighters. We did just see that fighters can actually take care of strength fairly nicely. And utilizing the Luffy burst on turn 1 should be pretty fine. And then we shouldn't have to worry about going to the back end with our side team there. However, we will have the second burst for the side team. Because, like, I just don't see Quick with Cat and Dalton beating our Dex team. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Like, it's just not. Their Luffy is in their build. So Snuffy has put Luffy in the first fight. The thing with Luffy is he is giving the buff to shooters, which unfortunately no one is. Rockin' Fuji in the front, by the way. That's interesting. Just to boost Kaido and Akainu, which is quite interesting. Shiryu will get buffs as well there. Dalton's popping off really early. That's huge damage to Smoothie. Okay, that's really bad timing for us because Cat goes. I do understand why you have Smoothie in the front. You do that for the 50% cooldown. Very, very nice play because that 50% cooldown that Smoothie gives is actually wild. It means that you then get Akainu to go off. Akainu is going to do absolute numbers. Really, really good damage from Akainu there. It'll lower some defense. Smoothie should be like... Yeah, okay. I honestly thought Smoothie would die there. Okay, she's definitely dead there. The thing is now you have Shiryu come in. So, like, Smoothie's done her job at this point, right? Smoothie's, like... She's done exactly what she needed to do, and now she's gone. And now Luffy and Kaido are going to hit us very, very hard. Interesting build you got here, Snuff. I don't dislike it. I don't love it, but I don't dislike it. Cat is going to do big numbers to you right here, though. There's our burst ready to go. The thing with Luffy as well, Luffy actually has to get kills for them to build up the burst as well. And I honestly don't even think that... Or I don't see this quick team taking any of our Dex units down. We're way too tanky, and the reduction is just well in our favor. Akainu is the biggest threat because of his HP cuts. But now we're towards the last 40 seconds. I don't think we'll have to worry about that either. And he's going to die here. So that's fine. Cool. Well, that's going to be a wrap. We're gonna skip the rest of this. You can't build his burst anyway. Our burst is max. We're in good stead for the second fight. Strength, though. Strength is a little bit scary. Now, if I remember correctly, there is no verse ace on the strength team, which is really good for us. Because strength ace and strength boa are getting disgustingly boosted. They get boosted under Luffy, and they get boosted by the rule set. So, not seeing them is great, but obviously Kid and Kuma are a big threat. Kaido doesn't scare me at all because we don't have any Dex units. Not scared of that. That's actually like really, really good for us. But once they start getting closer to their specials, I am going to use our burst. I do want to sort of get to the halfway mark of our specials, so that way it is more beneficial for us as well. And I think now is probably the best time. We should give it to King, Ulti, and Jack. No, King, Ulti, and Young Luffy. Alright, so there we go. Kid Luffy's going to pop off. You love to see it. That's some really, really good stacks there. Ulti's going to hit so hard. And she gives so many good buffs. You love to see it. Goodbye, waifus. Katakuri doesn't have a special, so that's really good for them. And now Jack does some HP cuts. Even though we've already done so much damage, that doesn't really like help us, but it is what it is. There, Jack's going at a very good time for them. Now, King should basically kill that whole front line, right? Only Santa Sonya. That is actually frustrating. Alright, now that we've popped that off, we're going to do this again. And we're just going to secure the win. We're just going to secure the win here. Yeah, Snuff, we tailor-made the team. Okay, Kuma smacked us, though. That's why I say Kuma is scary, bro. Kuma is scary as hell. We tailor-made the teams to like to go into what we were versing, so it wasn't like a blind fight. And obviously, utilizing Kid Luffy just like we used Red Rock Luffy yesterday. I don't think using him at the back end where you can't see what you're coming up against in this season is going to be the play. I do think like Ace, Roger Whitebeard, and even Uta 6++, which you guys will see tomorrow, are going to be the best bets when you do start getting to the shaky end, the pointy end, around the 12 to 15 wins. They're the characters that you're going to want to look at using. But Kid Luffy, he did put on a show. He was a very, very good unit and a very good addition. Shout out to the homie Snuffy right there. Always love to see a homie in GP as well. But let me know how you guys are going in Grand Party in the comment section below. Did you manage to get the low power strat working? I know a lot of people are still using it, even though it is kind of bugged. But if you're doing like the 8-8 strat and you're enjoying these videos, make sure to belt the like button for me. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys are going. Hit the big red subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Most importantly though, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!